Hi there, it's Shell. Today is day 2 of the Distress Oxide Sprays craft shoot, and we're just going to kind of see if we can make something out of these. You know, I kind of have my doubts, but I do have some ideas. So what I'm going to do first is today starts our working on the butterfly journals. So I think I'm going to make 2 journals just because I have so much butterfly stuff. And we're just going to kind of play it by ear and see what happens. I'm going to choose like one side that I really like on these and kind of make some tags. So I like my tags to be about, let's do 7, no, let's do 6, because most of my pages are about 8 inches. Let me see, let's do 7 inches. I'm going to cut off this one part. Let's do like 7 by 3, and I'm going to, after I get them kind of cut down, then I'll decide if, you know, I want to use them, which side I want to go with, and that kind of thing. So let's do 7 by 3, I think is a pretty good size for a tag. I'll cut it down and see. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Looks a little tall. Let's go ahead and do 6. I think I usually do like 6 by 3. So that just feels more correct. So today is Sunday, but you guys will see this on Monday. Clint has been out working hard on the blenders. We had a whole bunch go out today, which is Monday. Which will be Monday, but anyways, we have a whole bunch going out this weekend. We will have some more, so if you guys are contacted me like in the beginning of this month, you'll probably be getting heard from us. You'll probably hear from us pretty soon about your ink blender. He's really knocking them out. We are, ooh, I like that. We are doing a we are doing a process video. I think I told you guys this, and on how he does the ink blenders. And he was, you know, trimming them up in the house because he uses a lathe to kind of cut them to size, get the width of them. So he uses a lathe for that, and he I'm gonna go ahead and cut this down. He's doing that inside, but it was way too messy. We have like a mud room, and he was doing it in there, and he's like, it's just too messy. So he went outside, even though it's pretty chilly out, but I think it's supposed to rain the rest of the week or something is what he said. So he's doing that outside. We have had such an eventful day today, and it's only 9:30. It's just been, you know how one of those days and nothing, I mean nothing you do goes right. You know, I've been dropping stuff all over the floor, and I made this new thing for breakfast, and it's like oatmeal. It's like an oatmeal pancake, but all it is like oatmeal, eggs, flaxseed, and that's about it. And it turned out, and poor Clint, he couldn't even swallow it. He's like, this is so, it was so dense, which, you know, you kind of expect when it's just oatmeal and eggs. It was really dense, and it was really cardboardy like. So that went wrong, and he was all for trying it, you know. So okay, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. So he was all for trying that, so I went ahead and ditched that, and I made us some French toast, and I put because we keep our syrup in the refrigerator. So I put that in the microwave. Well, I put it in wrong. So I look over and it's on its side, and everything, it has scattered all over the floor, or all over the floor of the microwave. Dropped things on the floor, and it was kind of like, you know, I just want to go back to bed and start over. So, anyways, oh, and then we had 2 big dogs, and you guys know we live on a chicken. We have chickens and goats, so Clint's yelling at me, we have dogs. So I'm running outside to see, and one was like this really huge German Shepherd, and one was this really sweet, I don't know what kind of dog it was. It was a little female. She kind of hung around with Clint for a while. The German Shepherd ran off and ran to our neighbors, and I tell you guys, it has just been that kind of day, and the cats are scared. I think it's because Clint's outside and he's kind of yelling at this dog because he doesn't want it to, you know, get our chickens or bother our goats. So he's yelling at the dog, and the cats are all nervous inside, and it's just been one of those days. And it's 9:30. Yeah. I'm like, let's just start all over. Let's just go to bed and start all over. I probably will make the smaller ones into tags, but I definitely want to make these bigger ones first. But I love this. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Sometimes when you cut things apart that look horrible, I'm not saying these look horrible, but I'm not saying that they don't either. But sometimes when you do that, you kind of see it with a fresh eye and can kind of come up with, you know, another plan or another idea. So I'm going to just kind of see what we can see. I'm going to make them all into butterflies probably, and maybe not all of them, just because I don't need that many. But look at that one. That was just kind of cool. Kind of like the back. It's really dark and bright looking. But yeah, it's just been that kind of day. Well, and I had like half a cup probably of syrup, and I like to heat it up in the microwave because it's cold, and then it, you know, because I went and made French toast for us instead of that cardboard stuff, and so the microwave was all gunky, and uh-oh, you broke it? Say hi.
Hi everyone, hope everyone's having a good day.
So I got everything in the dishwasher, and hopefully all the syrup will be wiped away. So I was just filling them in on our morning.
Oh.
The dogs and the dropping everything and breakfast and yeah, that. So I'm going to keep all these little tiny squares or triangles because I think they're cute. So I'm going to set these aside. You know, I might pull from there, and I might just kind of use them throughout the book. So let's just choose 4. I think that's going to be plenty for 2 journals. So I got to look at them though and see what I want. I like the ones that have like multiple colors, kind of like those 2. And this one, because I think it would be kind of interesting. Maybe, maybe not. Let me keep looking. This one, and which one, guys? Which one shall I choose? Let's do this green one. That's just kind of interesting. The color I used was iced spruce and vintage photo, and they will be in part 1 of this video. So got those, and here is some of my ideas. So I brought out some black ink to maybe do some stamping, give it some interest. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that just, you know, all at once. I kind of, you know, as you guys know, I like to kind of work on an assembly line type thing. So we're going to kind of do that and just hope for the best. So I pulled some of these background stamps that I have. This one is called Grungy Grid Background. Oops. Sorry. There it is. And if I can find this online, I'll put that on for you guys. I'm sure I picked it up at Hobby Lobby, or it was one from my mom. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm just going to do like half of it and just kind of add some interest here and there, because some of this will be covered up, but I want just another filling of it, just another layer. So you broke your bit, huh?
Yes.
Do you have another one, or is that something we're gonna have to get?
I'll have to stop by, I guess, tomorrow and grab one Tuesday. Got 7 done.
Oh wow, that's nice.
So I'm gonna start carving. Oh, plus that one over there, so 8.
Oh cool.
So, you know, it's not horrible. Now if I can find my white thing.
Yeah. Okay, so I kind of like that. It adds another layer of color. And sorry, Clint's in the background digging through stuff.
I apologize.
I tell you guys, you can't find anything when you clean house. Can you hand me that water bottle, babe?
Oh, of course.
So I've been cleaning house this weekend and organizing stuff, and now I can't find anything. I tell you guys, it's like, let me get all organized, and yeah. So anyways, story of my life. Oh, but look at these. I like them better already because I think that it kind of toned it down, gave it some interest. So my other idea is to decoupage on here and decoupage some butterflies, but I forgot to get my decoupage. So I'm going to go get that and a paintbrush, and I will be right back. Okay, so I got some Mod Podge. I got some baker's paper, or whatever that's called. What is that called? Parchment paper. Because Donna reminded me, my friend Donna, to put that under the lid. Well, to put wax paper, and I don't have any. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to go through my napkins. I pulled a few just to kind of look through. I don't think I meant to pull that one. And I thought I had them right in front of me. Here they are. They're buried because I pulled out a bunch of stuff this morning. So, some of the main colors in my journal are going to be purple butterflies, kind of maybe like a deep teal butterfly, and things like that. So I'm looking at like this butterfly, this one, and some of these, that kind of looks like a moth. I don't know the difference, but I'm just going to call them all butterflies. Cause
I do. Moth folds their wings back and butterflies are out.
Really?
I saw that on TV.
Yesterday?
Yeah, on that Jack Hanna's.
Hmm. Very interesting. I had no clue.
I didn't either.
Hmm. So now you know, if you guys were watching. Of course, that didn't help me any, but you know. Unless I'm out in the wild looking for butterflies or moths. So, I have no clue.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
That is really interesting, yeah. So, I'm going to go ahead and kind of just peel these off of this paper, and I might try to do it. Try not to hurt any of the butterflies surrounding the ones that I want. So we're just kind of, right now we're kind of resting and kind of playing. I really wanted to make sure I get a video up for you guys. And I really wanted to kind of mess with these papers that I did yesterday and just kind of hope that I could make them turn out, you know. Oops. Oh well, that's okay. I kind of ripped off his wing. So I'm just gonna, well, I didn't do it on purpose. And it's paper. Oh guys, I tell you.
Better off when I was outside, wasn't it?
It was quieter.
I'm sure it was. It wasn't nearly as much fun.
I'm sure it wasn't for you, huh? Or for me, maybe. Yeah, so Clint's in here now, in case you guys haven't figured that out. So, but we're just, like I said, and my friend Donna reminded me that I was going to start my butterfly journals on Sunday. I think she's looking forward to the series because she loves butterflies. And I'm going to pull this one out too, just because I love this color. It's just really pretty. And so she's like, I thought you were doing butterflies, and which is good because I forgot. I should have made notes or something. Butterfly series starts. So I'm going to kind of do a couple, 2 or 3 on each one, I think, because, I don't know, just because. And, you know, I have tons of butterfly stuff I've been collecting, and, you know, I got some stuff from Maryland that I'll be using in this book. Maybe on the cover. I haven't really decided on my covers yet, but it'll be kind of fun to just, you know, play and see what we can come up with. So, you never know about me, what I have planned, because sometimes I don't know what I have planned. So I have 3, except on that one. So let's just see. Look at this really big one. That one's kind of pretty. And I may or may not use them, but I'm going to go ahead and just kind of tear them out anyways. Just in case I do want to use them. And like this one, some of them have like little writing above it. And I'm keeping that too, because I just like that. So, which one have I not used? I haven't used, like, maybe this orange one, purple one, and this one, yellow and red one beside it. I just want it to be really bright colors, you know, just like springtime and butterflies kind of thing. Okay, so now I have too many, but we're going to make this work. This one, I'm going to kind of separate them. Because it doesn't really bother me, but, you know, I don't want like a big old clump of them. This one I'll go ahead and separate. Okay, so let's get started on Mod Podging this. And I can't really tell you guys where I got these napkins from, because most likely they were in a swap that I did. I might just keep those together. And so I have no idea. But I'm just going to put some Mod Podge on here. You know, this is going on top of Distress Oxide, and that is, you know, it reactivates with water. So, you know, I might get some color on my brush. Might smear a little bit, but that doesn't bother me. So, let's just kind of play and see what we can do. See if we can get a success out of this craft shoot. You never know. But isn't that pretty? Okay, so I got that one. Let's move to this one since it's kind of right here. And I don't want them all to look alike, so I'm just going to kind of mix and match where the butterflies are going, and I just want them to have interest. So maybe this one here, that's kind of fun. I was telling them about my syrup mishap and our breakfast mishap.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't very good.
That was not good. And we got it from Living Traditions, which is a homesteader YouTube channel. And, you know, they said they eat it every day for breakfast. And so we thought, well, it's got to be pretty good, you know. Yeah, not so much.
Definitely wasn't for us, we should say.
Yeah, we should say it's not for us. You know, he says, well, and it was really heavy, and he says, well, you know, they can eat that and go about their day and not be hungry until lunchtime. And it was really heavy, so, you know, I can see that. But more power to you, you know, if you can do something like that. But yeah, yep, I tell you, it's just been an interesting day already.
They have good ideas. We've made their crackers before.
Oh yeah, we make a lot of their recipes and stuff because, you know, I wouldn't say we're homesteaders, but we have like a hobby farm and stuff, and we make a lot of stuff from scratch. So, I mean, yesterday Clint made, you know, the cracker recipe from their website and stuff, and we really like it. So he actually made like a double batch of the crackers, and then he made, what else did you make yesterday? Pasta. He made some noodles that were really good. And in fact, what we made for dinner was all from their site except for the noodles, but we made like a chicken alfredo, turkey alfredo is what we had, and it was pretty yummy. So you just kind of trial and error, find what works for you, you know.
Exactly.
But see how some of my ink is kind of smearing? In fact, probably what I'll do, the ones that it kind of smeared on, I might leave it. I don't know. I was thinking that I might kind of fix it by putting Mod Podge all the way across so it kind of blends in, but I don't think it matters. It just gives it more interest. So I'm going to leave it. Do I want to use this little guy anywhere else? Go ahead and put him over here. I think I don't usually put off numbers. I don't know. I just think of an even or an odd number. But since he's left over, I'll do that. That doesn't bother me. Okay, so we're done with that. I'm gonna, like I said, try this baker's paper. Parchment paper, I guess is what it's called. And see how that works. Not sure I can do. Well, it's working. So we'll try that and see how it sticks for next time. So let's see. Some of these, ooh, that one's not. Some of these are pretty dry. And I'm going to work on these two right now because they're drier, I think, than the other ones. But so far, I'm loving how this is turning out. So, I made you wonder there for a little bit, didn't I? Trust me, I made myself wonder as well. Let's bring in some Distress ink. This isn't the Distress Oxide, it's just the Distress ink. And try it. I do have the Faded Jeans Distress Oxide, but I'm going to kind of mess with them and see which one I prefer to use on here. Remember, I was a card maker for many, many years, and I just stopped that. But I do want, you know, some blues, some deep purples, stuff like that in my journal. And then probably what I'll do is on the back of this, it's kind of dark, so I'll probably go ahead and put some coffee dyed paper. But look how fun this is. Just adding a little bit of color here and there. I know sometimes, you know, and we talked about this yesterday, is you're kind of, sometimes, especially doing mixed media, you're kind of thinking, oh my gosh, what have I done? Okay, so now I'm going to use the Distress Oxide instead of the Distress ink for this other one, and we'll see what, if anything, it makes a difference, and we'll do that on this one. But it's kind of more of a powdery look, and we'll just see, you know, I mean, it's kind of brighter, you know, it's not as dark as that, and I kind of like that, but I kind of like the other one too. So, personal preference, just kind of add a little bit of blue through here and just kind of see. So far, I'm really loving how they're turning out. What do you guys think? Okay, so we tried that one. We tried this one. This one kind of has a hint of purple, and I wanted to bring in some purple. So I have Dusty Concord, which is just a plain Distress ink. And the other one, I didn't have a Dusty Concord purple. I mean, Distress Oxide, but I'll show you guys that in a minute. And I'm just going to put that just around this one, just kind of bring in some purple. Is his ear bothering him? But I'm really loving these. These is, you know, it's just another way, especially if you're a card maker and you had to have all these colors and, you know, or a mixed media artist, whatever. This is another way to use up some of those. Okay, so now we're going to try this one is called Wilted Violet, and it's a Distress Oxide. So we're going to try that for this last one. But look how bright it is. But isn't that pretty? I'm loving how these are turning out. You know, yesterday I was like, I'm sure Clint was kind of the same when he came home. I'm like, what do you think?
Well, I didn't think the gray one wasn't bad. That brown one I thought.
The brown one, yeah, he wasn't too crazy about the color, but I think it's kind of coming together pretty well. In fact, I didn't really use any solid brown. I kind of used the mixed colors. But isn't that beautiful? And it's really bright and brilliant here. So, more so here than. So, now, all we're going to do is put on some finishing touches. I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and grab some coffee dyed paper and get these glued down to coffee dyed paper, and I'll be right back. So, sorry. I am just attaching each of these to a piece of coffee dyed paper. That way, whoever gets my journals can have a place to write on. The coffee dyed paper I'm using is from my niece's Etsy shop, and that is Kendra's Paper Crafts with a K, and I will put a link below. But I want to show you guys this. Isn't that beautiful paper? And I like it because it's kind of got stripes on it, so it'll be perfect for writing on. But I actually I get all of my paper from her because we have like a trade system going, and you know, I just get tired of coffee dyeing paper. Though I will be doing a coffee dyeing, tea dyeing series. So now I'm just going to trim around these and get my other ones away from my cat. Step up, step up. Oh, I tell you guys. So yeah, I love, you know, how these are turning out. The coffee dyed paper, I think, will definitely add a little bit to the back of it, and it will make it, you know, give it a purpose. You'll be able to write on it. Some of the inking that I did on the back was really, really dark, and so that's why I wanted to go ahead and put coffee dyed paper on it. And I'm just using my art glitter glue just to glue that down. But look how nice that is. So I am loving how these are turning out. You know, you have your doubts, especially on a craft shoot, you know. For those of you who don't know, my husband came up with that, and a craft shoot is something that may or may not turn out, because we've never tried it. So that's why we call them craft shoots. And my husband's odd like that. Huh, Daddy?
Did you hear that ditty there? Hard.
He's talking to his cat. See, he's odd. But we have fun together, don't we?
Oh, heck yeah. Beauty card.
I love how this one's turning out. You know what? I was going to plug in my thing, and it's not plugging. It's not charging. Sorry about that. It wasn't charging, and so I wanted to make sure it was charging because it was almost out of battery, and I turned it off. So you could use your paper trimmer here. I have a few more things I want to add before I call my tags done. I mean, you could totally stop here. You know, and I say this quite often, is you kind of find what works for you, what you're happy with, and that's how you know that a project you're working on is complete. You know, if you feel like you want to keep working on it, then by all means, just keep working on it, because for you, it's not done yet. So, I like to give little hints and stuff like that, because some people, you know, especially if you're new, you know, I understand they'll say something like, well, how full do I make my journals? Or how do I know when I'm done with a project? And it's just kind of, you feel it. When there's just nothing else you can think to do, then you're done. At least that's my take on it. So, I'm almost done here. But I feel like it needs some other stuff, so that's why I'm going to keep on going. Okay.
You're ready for a nap, Bitters. You there?
I don't blame him.
You're ready for a nap?
It's about our nap time. We've been up since like 4 today.
Hard.
So. Okay, so now I have these. Now I just want to kind of play and see if there's anything else that I want to add. I'm thinking about finding some of my Tim Holtz words, because I think that those might look really nice on here. So let me go find where I put them. I told you guys I've been cleaning up, and I just kind of move everything around. I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and pulled this one. This one is Small Talk. So I really like these. They're, you know, little kind of sayings and stuff, and that's one of my favorite ones. So here's what I was thinking. I have some of this lace, and I had it out a couple of days ago, and I'm just going to kind of cut some pieces and just see what I want where, just for some interest on each of these, you know, little tags. I really like to have multiple layers. I just feel like it kind of blends it all together, kind of. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Gives it dimension.
Gives it some dimension. Some interest for sure. So I'm thinking if I could do like 3 on that one. You're what? Hungry. Oh yeah. I think it wasn't too long ago, but I guess it has been. Well, it's 10. I was thinking, how long has it been since we ate? Sorry guys, sometimes we just have conversations even when I'm on.
Sorry about that.
Even when I'm on here. Okay, so let's just kind of mess with that. I have those to the side. Let's add some color to these because they kind of blend in way too much. Which color do I want to add? Let's add some blue. I think blue might work with most of them. This is just a distressed ink, faded jean. Just to kind of, you know, pop it out just a little bit. Maybe kind of blended it in, huh? That's okay. We shall make it work. There we go. That looks pretty good on that one. So yeah, yesterday we made the crackers, and Clint had just tried hummus for the first time, and I kept telling him, you know, it's kind of like a
Glorified bean dip.
glorified bean dip. And it is, you know, and he's like, ooh, I like that. But so I made homemade hummus yesterday, and with those homemade crackers, it just is so yummy. So he's thinking about having a snack before he goes lays down. I know we have to work on Tuesday. I don't think we have to work tomorrow or do too much tomorrow.
Yeah, we have 2 jobs.
2 jobs tomorrow. This one still kind of bothers me, so we're going to fix it. We're going to add some purple. We'll add the Concord Grape, which I think is the other color I used on that one. Pretty sure it is. It just really blends in way too much, I think, to the background. So we're going to make it kind of pop out just a little bit. See what we can come up with. I like it. Okay, so now we're just going to add some words. Trying to decide on the color I want to kind of do my words in. Maybe I'll do this one in blue and then the other one's in purple, since I don't have my vintage photo right here. Each of these colors will be linked below in my Amazon shop. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue this down. I found with the lace I do have to kind of do a little bit thicker glue, art glitter glue, just because it kind of soaks into the lace, and which is fine for me. I just don't want it, you know, coming off. So I'm going to kind of look and see what we want to do on here. Let's do, there is beauty and simplicity. Just trim it here. And again, I'm just doing this in the blue just to kind of make it stand out a bit more. I've And then I go ahead and make sure that I glue these down, even though they're sticky. I just want to make sure they're not, I'm not going to lose them. That's Clint munching on some crackers. Well, I can hear it. So if you guys hear him crunching, that's him. I like to tell you guys what is in my background, because I did have one lady, and I tell this story quite often. This one lady wrote, and she said, I loved everything, but the children crying in the background was disturbing. Well, I went back to look to see what she was talking about, because we don't have kids. And she had, she was talking about our chickens and goats that were outside, and I guess they sounded like children crying. So I always try to tell you guys what that weird noise is that you're hearing in our background. In this case, it was Clint. Well, and the dishwasher's running. I don't know if you guys can hear that. You never know, though. Okay, so that looks pretty good. This one, I want something I can break up into 3. So let's just see what we can do. Let's do this one. It's always the small pieces that make the big picture. Make the big picture. It's always, I think I can do it like, make the big picture. It's always, let's see, let's do it like this. It's always the small pieces that make the big picture, because that's kind of what these little butterflies are. They're just a small part of the picture. That's my story anyways. My fingers are, yeah, they'll never be the same, especially after yesterday. And Aunt Beck. Hi, Aunt Beck.
That's right back.
Yeah, she was saying, you just gave yourself a tan. Spray tan. You're right, I did. It did come off pretty well, but I still have, like, yeah, a bunch. And whenever I am putting, you know, like anything, you know, I don't aim for perfection. I just kind of slap it down, because, you know, I think it looks better for one, but if you want to line everything up perfectly, you're not going to be able to, you know, and it's going to get frustrating. So I just kind of do it like that. Okay, so it looks like we got 2 done. Look at us, we're flying through here now. Okay, this one I have 2 pieces of lace. Maybe I could do it like that. That would work, possibly. And there. So far I'm pretty, you know, happy about it. Let's see. How about everything has beauty? I don't know why. I think I use this one a lot. You know, but everything does. I mean, think about that paper that we started with, you know. Some people could not see the beauty in it, even though it does have beauty. And look at the paper now. I think it's absolutely gorgeous how these are turning out, you know. So I agree, everything has beauty. So we got that one done. Gonna move on to this one. And see what we can find for this one. How about great things take time? Because if that's not perfect for a butterfly, you know, because I mean, if you see them as caterpillars, they definitely take time to become great. That's the way I think of it anyways. I know I always explain why I choose what I choose, but I don't know why. Just what I do, I suppose. Okay, now we're going to put on finishing touches. We're just about done. Sorry, Sophia. I am punching a hole using my crocodile 2. And I'm just going to kind of position it where it's kind of in the center. And see what I can do. That looks pretty centered, whatever. Sometimes I get off center, and so I have to make 2 holes to make it more more centered. You know, you can never make a mistake. Anything can be put over or covered up or whatever. Okay, and I pulled some ribbons. Ow, that my cat is fighting me over. Let go, let go, let go, let go. I'll pull from the other side.
What, they can see that?
They're laying, she's laying on it, little stinker. Oh, I have a headache.
Name is Sophia.
And her name is Sophia. So I pulled some like teal, some purple, some navy blue. Just colors I thought would be pretty on these tags. So, and what I like to do is, some of these tags kind of slip. So I always put just a little dot of glue on there, and then it feels like it's a little long, but I probably won't cut it until I put it in my journal. So that one is pretty. Okay guys, hold on, I'll show you her. Here she is, I'm pulling. She won't let me have any of them. What about the blue one right here? Yeah, so that's what I'm dealing with right now. What about this one? No. Ooh, this one. Ooh, ooh, I think I might have got some. Okay, I'm putting you guys back up here. Okay, where's this one? Okay, so this one, that one's really long. Kind of add that to the purple one. Bring in some teal. I love this color. I think it's so pretty. Again, I'm just going to put just a little bit, because if I didn't, then it would, you know, I'll be like, oh, why does this one come apart? And if I didn't, I should have, you know, kind of thing. I'm going to go ahead and trim this one, just because I cut it way, way too long. Okay, save your scraps. Let's do, see if we can do a purple. Sophia, can you let go? Sophia. Blue? Ooh, I got blue. So you guys know when you order from me, everything's been touched by cats, that's for sure. And I really want a purple one, so I'm going to fight her for the purple one in a minute. Because I just want it. I pulled out some of the ribbons because Clint made me something for the back of my craft room, and so I put like all my ribbons up on the back of the door, and you can't really like take out, you know, pick and choose. So I just chose some ribbons that I want for this. Oh, good grief, Sophia, this piece is really, really wet. Okay, so I'm going to cut that off. Throw it away. Nobody wants cat slobber. Oh, guys. The struggle is real.
She's full of the juices of life.
She is. She loves to, like, Yeah, clean your face and your nose and your, yeah, she's a kisser.
Wasn't any fun when she would blow, her tongue would go up your nose. And tickle beyond belief.
Yeah, she was pretty bad. Now her tongue's not so tiny. So
None of hers tiny anymore.
That's true. None of hers tiny anymore. Oh, guys, I tell you. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and trim these down because I just decided to. I don't know. They seem way too long to me, so cut them down to about 2 inches or so. And that will save me a little bit for later.
What's she have?
An earplug.
Oh, man.
Oh, the cats are playing with Daddy's earplugs. Interesting day, guys, I told you. I tell you. So anyways, what do you guys think of these? Was I able to pull out the craft shoot and make it successful?
I think they're pretty myself.
I think they turned
I
out
like
pretty
them.
well. What do you think? Yeah?
I really do.
So anyways, guys, if you like this tutorial or this craft shoot, give me a thumbs up. Even if you didn't like it, give me a thumbs up. Be sure and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We will be continuing work on the butterfly journal during the next week. So hope you guys stick around for that. Be sure and hit that bell so you're notified of whenever one of my butterfly journals videos goes up. And we will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. And you guys have a wonderful day.
Take care.